Hello, and welcome to KGEM Live, the show that provides entertainment and information about events happening in and around Monrovia, California. I'm Rena Delgado, your host for today. Our first segment is about Juneteenth. Last month, the community came together to celebrate Juneteenth, which is on June 19th at Station Square in recognition of the emancipation of African Americans on January 1st, 1863. It was declared a national holiday on June 17th of this year. Now, Juneteenth in Monrovia.
What's taking place right now in the city of Monrovia, California, at Station Square.
Well, we're super excited. It is our annual Juneteenth event. If you don't know what Juneteenth is, it's the liberation of African American slaves in the United States of America. So this is a celebration of freedom for everybody. So we wanted it to be fun. We wanted it to be inclusive. Everybody in this community really pitched in, made it an effort. If you feel the environment of this place, it's love, it's happiness, it's unity, and that's what we really wanted. We have performers, we have booths, we have snacks, we have refreshments, so we're excited.
Tell me something about Juneteenth, your thoughts. My thoughts is that I'm glad that everybody from different communities can come together, celebrate, enjoy the music, and celebrate together and be happy together. I just think it's about time for them to acknowledge what black folks went through back in the day and to give us our props, and for everybody to get unified, because everybody needs to come together as one.
I learned about it in 1967 for the first time. And I was in Tyler, Texas. And they introduced me to Juneteenth. And I've been supporting it ever since. Yes, sir.
I'm so very excited it is now being recognized. I've known about Juneteenth since I was a child, and now that everyone is being made aware of it, it's just a blessing. It's fun. It's a great feeling, and I'm so glad that we're here on this day.
I think it is one step in the right direction to acknowledge the history of this country, and I'm glad to see the country taking this step forward, and hopefully it's one step in the direction of many to make it a more equitable society.
We celebrate freedom.
Thank you, Ralph Walker, for going out there and covering the event. Just last weekend was 4th of July. Not surprisingly, we had a lot of people come out to watch the fireworks. Please enjoy a small recap of the event. We hope you enjoyed the fireworks this year. As things are beginning to reopen again in Monrovia, one place that is coming back is the Monrovia Historical Museum. The museum had massive flooding in their basement before the pandemic, so things had to be carried out and temporarily moved. Since COVID-19, the museum has been closed to the public. Within this time, the volunteers found some old artifacts they hadn't displayed in a while. As they're preparing to reopen, they have added these new pieces to their collection. Please enjoy a look at some of the upcoming changes at Monrovia's Historical Museum.
Hi, welcome to the Monrovia Historical Museum. My name is Sarah Farmer Earl. I'm one of the board members here, and we're here to tell you about what we've been doing during the pandemic.
Hello, my name is Vicki Hansen. I am a board member here at the Monrovia Historical Museum. Thank you for joining us. We are very, very excited about a lot of the exhibits that we have been reimagining here during the pandemic.
As many of you may recall, we had a flood in our basement a few years ago, so we had to take everything out of the basement, and we've been taking our time over this past year to move things back into the building, looking at all the boxes and finding a lot of really great treasures that we kind of knew we had but didn't really know what to do with. And so we've been working on the exhibits and bringing in a bunch of things that we have already had to really enhance and improve some of the stories that we're telling here in the museum.
There were a lot of things down there that many of us didn't know even existed. And one of the new exhibits that we have reimagined is the military exhibit, in which we found numerous items that were fun and exciting to share with you in our exhibit. One of the key factors also that we wanted to share in the military exhibit was the story of Ed Ruzicka, who was a Monrovia resident for many years, but lost both of his legs during a bomb explosion in Europe in World War II. Mrs. Ruzicka had donated many years ago his Purple Heart, which we had in possession, and we wanted to share that in a display, and we wanted to tell the story of Ed Ruzicka and all that he had done contributing to amputees following the war when he came home.
People may already be somewhat familiar with the exhibit that we have on the Pacific Electric red car. We've been plussing that up as well. The display cabinet has been painted to look like a red car. We have a lot of passengers sitting here at the dock waiting for the train. The little fun fact that the numbers that are written on the case are the first train and the last train that came to Monrovia. We're very excited to be bringing some new artifacts to a lot of our exhibits, one of which being the Monrovia High School exhibit. We have a new slideshow of notable firsts, notable students, notable faculty, really hoping to touch on every decade of the high school. If you graduated from Monrovia High, I think you'll find a lot to smile about when you see some of these images.
None of this would be possible without our membership, great support and donations that people have made. It means so much to us. These donations of people's time and money help the museum greatly. We have a goal here to make this, while it is a small museum, one of the nicest and most exciting museums around.
Thank you again, Vicki Hansen and Sarah Earl, for telling us about the exciting developments at the Monrovia Museum. Of the many historical events that have occurred in July's past was the landing of the Apollo 11 spaceship, when the first astronauts Neil Armstrong and Edwin Buzz Aldrin walked on the moon. In the pre-dawn hours of the morning, my father woke me up and we sat and watched the first humans ever leave footprints on the moon. As a child, I had fantasies of one day being an astronaut. And there were many conversations with my Snoopy astronaut doll and long nights gazing at the moon together. Fun fact, on the corner of what used to be the Monrovia Marketplace is now under construction to become a new Route 66 themed museum focused on cars. There's no opening date as of now, but we'll share the details when we learn more. You know who just had their opening day last weekend? Acai Bar on the corner of Lime and Myrtle. What is acai? Well, basically, it's a reddish purplish berry that is then ground into a yogurt-like structure. It's later mixed with granola and a variety of fruit. Check out this quick look into the new business.
Hi, how are you? Welcome to Acai Bar. My name is Peter, and here is our Monrovia location. I'm excited to be here. It's a wonderful area. We're happy to be part of it. So here at Acai Bar, one of the important things was to have a great quality acai. I try acai everywhere I go just to see if there's something I can learn and try. What we have here is an acai base that's a pure acai base. It's not blended in with any fruits or any juices. We try to keep the acai content very high to make sure you get the flavor, the health benefit, and the nutrition of the acai. Yes. So when I opened the Pasadena location, what happened? A bunch of kids would come by. One thing that they mentioned was a Monrovia street fair. And they talked about how awesome it would be to open a location there. When I came here, I realized that, wow, this is such a gem of a city. You have a small town feel, so close to everything, and it's a very charming place. Any of my friends who have come out here to show their support say, wow, Monrovia is so charming, and they're taken back by it. They're a little surprised by the location and the environment here, which so am I. So I'm happy to be part of it. We joined the Monrovia Chamber of Commerce because I do want to be part of this community, not just a business owner, but just be something beneficial. This is how our bowls are served. So we hope to see you guys over here at Acai Bar, and we look forward to serving the community.
Thank you, Peter, for sharing with us a bit of your business. Feel free to check them out again on the corner of Lime and Myrtle, just across from Library Park. It's funny, even food is designed so you can eat it with your eyes. Interactive art is something that has become popular over the past few years. Immersive digital art museums have drawn crowds everywhere from Tokyo to Paris to Bordeaux. And now they're coming to Los Angeles. Artists such as Van Gogh, Monet, Klimt, and famous landmarks such as the Sistine Chapel are being presented in a way that surrounds the viewer and creates a new emotional connection to the artwork. One of our producers got to visit one of these museums recently and created this video to share with you. stroll past our local area, check out the Van Gogh Interactive Exhibit coming to LA this August 2021. That about wraps up our show today. I enjoyed being your host. I'm Rena Delgado, and I thank you for watching. Please tune in again with us for local news and happenings in Monrovia, California. This has been KGEM Live.